So we're back looking at this one, finishing it up. I'm sorry that this took so long and I don't know, I thought I had longer time to video. Anyway, here's where we left off. We got the 1 3/4 on. So we were down to 13/16. 13/16 is more than 8/16. So it has to come between a half and 1. So the correct answer would be the gold one because it starts with 5/16. The teal one didn't. The blue one did. Then it went to 13/16, then to 1 3/4, and the blue one went to 1 15/16. So I thought we had already done these. So I thought the video lasted. So some of these are already worked, but we'll go through them real quick. This one says to put the fractions in order from least to greatest. We've already done 3/5. We know that that's more than half. 4/10 because 5/10 is half, is less than half, and then there's half right on the nose. So in order from greatest to least would have to be 3/5. So I marked out the blue one and the teal one because they both start with 3/5, then go to a half, and the gold one is the only one that does that. All right, this is where we left off. This is a question right out of your book. You'll notice here that the numbers of the fractions, the mixed numbers, come between 8 and 9. So I've got a little bit different number line to work with. We go from 8 to 9.5. So a veterinarian weighs 5 puppies. Their weights are 9 5/12 pounds, 8 1/6 pounds, 8 3/12 pounds, 9 1/2 pound, and 8 3/4 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and do 9.5 because 9.5 is right here on my number line. So there's that. So now let's think about the other one, which is 9 5/12. 9 5/12. 9.5 would be 9 6/12. So 9 5/12 has to be less than 9.5. So we took care of the 9s. Now we've got the 8s. We've got 8 1/6, 8 3/12, 8 3/4. I know that 8.5 is 8 2/4. So that's going to put 8 3/4 above 8.5. If I think about 12ths, I know that 8 6/12 is half. So 8 3/12 would have to go below. And then I've got 8 1/6. Now that's a little harder to do, thinking about the 1/6 and the 3/12. So I would have to think one of those one orange 1/6 pieces would take how many 12ths to make it? And I believe it takes 2 12ths to make it. Well, that's ugly. So if that's the case, then the 8 3/12 has to be bigger than 8 1/6. So if we're going in order from least to greatest, we'd have to start with 8 1/6. The blue one's the only one that does that. Then 8 3/12, then 8 3/4, then 9 5/12, and finally 9.5. An orthodontist measures the distance between Todd's 2 front teeth for each week that Todd has braces. The distances are 3/5 millimeters, 11/10 millimeters, 2/5 millimeters, 15/10 millimeters, and 9/10 millimeters. Put the amounts in order from least to greatest. I'm going to start here with 15/10. I know that's more than 1. All right. I know that 2.5 is the same as half. So this 2/5 is just a little bit below half, and the 3/5 is a little bit above half. Both of them very close. All right. In tenths, 5/10 is half. So 9/10 is above half. And, oh, look at there. There's 11/10. That's more than 1 too. All right, so we get these in order from least to greatest. It would go 2/5. These two start with 2/5, 3/5, and then 9/10 would come third. So the teal colored one is the next one. So that finishes up what we were doing today. Sorry it took a little bit longer than normal. Would really like for you to spend about 20 to 30 minutes on Math 180. In our next lesson, we will review, probably even give you the review sheet, maybe some notes, and then a quiz. So take care, let me hear from you, and keep working. Use this time to improve your math skills and come back in the fall with absolutely fantastic MAP test scores. Take care. Can't wait to see you again.